another Halo 4 battle, and for the first time in Halo history that we know of, we have our first Manta Wars.
Yes, and both players are very excited to get started.
Now, of course, we have been using theater mode to do this. We made a match, we saved it. Now we're going to commentate on it. So, here we go.
Eliminate the enemy team.
Well, team, more like player. And we have our first Mantis ready, and our second Mantis ready. They've broken out to a fight.
First strike leaves Equation dead.
I believe Reclaimer 2 won this one, didn't you think?
Yes, almost unscathed.
As he stands in basking his glory. Equation starts to get into his second attempt to take down the Reclaimer 2. He's taking the right side. Reclaimer decides to take some cover first.
Which was a good idea for what's coming.
Equation got a stomp.
And that finished it out. Equation just barely scratched.
Indeed. Looks like Reclaimer 2 was not even ready for that one.
Neither was his dead body. That was just slung around by a stomp.
That was blue team. Yeah, it was. And as you can see, Equation I did not clearly explain the rules yet. What he just did there. Let's take a replay of it. Hang on. As you can see, he's not supposed to be coming towards the barrier. And he did a glitch to where cover barriers do not actually cover everything.
And that's only because there is a small, very small gap underneath. To where
I'm not seeing a gap. There's only a gap here. That could be it.
Well, it doesn't really matter where the gap is, just that there is a gap. And the stomp, all it needs is a tiny little gap to get its damage through the barrier.
Either way, players are not allowed to come up to the base, wait for them, like up at the gate. You can wait behind covers and so forth.
But it seems though this player does not know this. Because he does it multiple times afterwards.
Indeed.
But he does get what's coming to him when they both die at the same time.
Well,
very evenly matched.
Karma works two ways, I guess you could really say.
They're both waiting for their
Mantises.
Yeah.
Mantises are being responsible.
Oh, and an ordnance drop for blue was just dropped.
Equation got his Mantis first.
But
and now here's
I thought this was where the ordnance drop was.
No. Equation is already out on the field, already doing what is not supposed to be done.
Ordnance ready.
There's the ordnance. Reclaimer 2 received his ordnance, and he ordered, I believe,
a concussion.
Yeah, no, it was not a concussion.
It was a concussion.
No, it was the incineration.
Oh, that's right. I thought it was a concussion, and then I go over there and my foot's in incineration.
Why this ordnance was here, not quite sure. I think it's because we were doing a ordnance slayer or something like that.
I think it was just like a regular slayer.
But Equation decides to come out and try to take the incineration cannon to kill. I'm just wondering if I should go out waiting for my Mantis to spawn. As an instinct, I just jumped out and tried to kill him.
Vengeance. Gain the lead.
And at this point, Equation is ready to get back in action, killing him.
Sometime, and I wish I had left him there. I probably should have just let him have it.
Because the incineration cannon will not do anything for him now.
Pretty sure it did, actually.
I don't think it did. I think it missed him. Yeah, it missed there.
Yeah. Then Equation decides to, all of a sudden, jump out and take the ordnance drop.
But, too bad for him. Reclaimer was already there to kick him in the shin. Or somewhere else. Or where that
Wherever it was.
Look very
Equation ordered a Spartan laser.
Which will
The
not
fizzle.
do much for him, but at least a little.
Oh. And somehow, I guess that goes back to the,
The barrier
Weird.
glitch.
yeah, the stomp glitch, because I fired a rocket and killed him, and we were both wondering how we did that.
And this is where I start to charge up my laser. Or his laser. Where he starts to charge up his laser. And boom.
I really didn't think it would hit me at first, but oh well, I was wrong. Equation is already starting to attack. I noticed the gap in the hole on the wall there, and I wondered if I could get through. I could not. So I just decided to come out, and as soon as I exit, my armor's back up and running. Yep,
It's another Spartan laser.
Equation
kill.
got me on that one.
Climber just gets his Mantis ready. And by then it's too late.
Gain the lead.
Climber crushing and taunting at his dead body.
I think it's very funny how the Mantises do that.
Yes, it
Feedback.
is. It is funny how they just thought it'd be great. What?
Well, first off, I didn't even know they could crash until like
So you accidentally did it.
ages ago.
And Equation comes in with a kill, I think.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Look at how much scrap metal and everything.
All over the place. But
Equation's on fire.
But Equation did not go unscathed. One more shot and he will die. Or one more placed shot. And this is where he starts going against the rolls and somehow manages to glitch through.
He even glitched inside into my spawn.
Gain the lead.
You can see how unfair that could be, people.
Yes.
How very unfair.
But Equation got what was coming to him and died at the scene.
Yeah, I think. Or is that you? I think I actually made it.
Ordnance ready.
No, I did not.
And then Equation decides to pay his respects.
A very
Request
odd
confirmed.
respect.
5 minutes remain.
5 minutes are remaining. The battle is getting intense. We're tied at the moment. Reclaimer decides to throw out his thruster back. With a concussion in very light cover.
And actually does a decent amount of damage for
Indeed.
being just a human.
The Equation got out of his Mantis and decided to take the concussion rifle.
And remember, folks, Mantis battles is not only Mantis versus Mantis, it can also be person versus Mantis. Because it is very well possible.
Yes.
And
Person versus Mantis, or even person versus person.
yes. If it gets to that, which is not very often.
The only weapons you would receive are the ones in your loadout, whichever game mode you are using, or so forth. But
And or
Mantis?
drops if you have some.
Mantis battles is only a 1 against 1, and it has to be a red versus blue. I always do a red versus blue, just because, good old fashioned.
Otherwise, you will spawn outside the map at the default spawn. The only
Indeed.
reason this is because there is only a red and blue spawn. As you can see, every time we respawn at the same exact area. We have our own spawn, but only for red and blue, none of the others. And as you can see, it was another tie between Equation and Reclaimer.
It's getting to be an epic struggle.
But
They're tying up at the throat. It's getting epic. The Mantis has not respawned. Reclaimer decides to go ahead and exit. Where is Equation? Still in there waiting for it. He's wasting time by just shooting his weapons. Trying to force respawn those Mantis, I guess. Or trying to figure a way out.
Mostly just waiting and wasting his time. And Equation knows he can't shoot, but he just does it anyways, because he doesn't care for the rules. He tries to shoot at him even through the vehicle.
Somehow I could Reclaimer throw grenades under this small gap that I happened to notice.
Yes, and although it didn't do much, it could have.
And there goes Equation again.
And this is where Equation starts spamming
Ah, yes.
kill points so he can get multiple points. By this point, there is already a winner, and it is not Equation. Even though Equation has 150 to 110, he is going through the barrier and spamming kills at the spawn point. So, most of his kills do not count.
Reclaimer made an exit, trying to figure out if he can get into his base.
It failed.
Reclaimer's behind cover again. Same like cover. Here we go with 3 around Rosie.
Equation catches on and starts shooting missiles around.
That Reclaimer took some damage right there. Reclaimer is thinking maybe he could use the thruster pack to get out.
But he is
wrong.
wrong. Very wrong. Did not help him whatsoever. Did it worse.
Only you think about 1 minute remaining. Joseph decided to take some payback in close matters. It appears as if Reclaimer has decided to go and do the same glitch that Equation was doing, possibly for
30
payback.
seconds left.
I believe the camera is lagging a little bit, and it has been lagging a little bit. Sorry if it has. And Joseph got up in close quarters. But, somehow or another,
10 seconds.
Jared did not spawn back in his, domain.
Yes.
In fact,
He spawned all the way outside.
How is this possible?
Maybe he just realized you're spamming spawn points and is like, you've had enough.
Either way, the results of this battle, Reclaimer lost by 20 points. Equation won by 20 points. There you have it. The first Mantis War video. And this idea was sponsored by Equation himself. Creating the map myself, as well with Jared pitching in some help with the covers, as well as placing in the Mantises.